the hidden principle behind creation. Sophia, wisdom, appears in philosophy, theology, and myth not as sentiment or virtue, but as a structuring intelligence that precedes systems. She is not law, not authority, not command. She is the principle that discerns form from chaos before form is imposed. That distinction matters now because we are living inside systems that generate endless form without wisdom. Sophia versus power. Power creates by domination. It imposes order from above, simplifies difference, enforces legibility. Sophia creates by attunement. She listens before shaping, differentiates without hierarchy, allows complexity without collapse. Historically, Sophia is dangerous because she cannot be monopolized. She does not belong to priesthoods, courts, platforms, or bureaucracies. When she appears, she destabilizes authority, not by revolt but by exposure. This is why she is repeatedly marginalized, allegorized, sentimentalized, or demonized. Wisdom is tolerable only when it becomes decoration. Creation without Sophia, the world we inhabit. A civilization can continue producing endlessly, content, policy, images, identities, technologies, while becoming increasingly unwise. That is the condition we're in now. Creation continues, but it is disconnected from consequence, indifferent to truth, hostile to depth, allergic to contradiction. This is how you get simulated consensus, moral bureaucracies, identity tokenism, hallucinatory authority, and techno-feudal governance. These are not failures of intelligence. They are failures of wisdom. Sophia is absent, and in her absence, systems compensate with control. Why Sophia feels like an abyss. Sophia is not comforting. She does not reassure. She does not flatter identity or promise belonging. She asks a single unbearable question. Open quote, what is actually happening beneath the representation? Close quote. To encounter that question without illusion is destabilizing. It strips away moral performance, tribal comfort, institutional validation, and the fantasy of progress. This is why Sophia is often mistaken for darkness. But darkness here is not evil. It is unmediated reality. What people call the abyss is often simply the absence of narrative insulation. Why systems fear her. Sophia cannot be quantified, audited, or platformed. She produces no metrics. She does not trend. Most threatening of all, she cannot be weaponized without ceasing to exist. Power needs obedience. Ideology needs belief. Markets need desire. Sophia needs nothing except honesty. That makes her incompatible with systems built on extraction, simulation, and managed unreality. The feminine figure that had to be buried. It is not incidental that Sophia is figured as feminine. She represents relational intelligence, nonlinear knowing, synthesis without domination, creation without conquest. Patriarchal, imperial, and technocratic systems all prefer logos alone: command, hierarchy, clarity, enforcement. Sophia without logos is chaos. Logos without Sophia is tyranny. Modern civilization chose the second. Creation after the collapse of wisdom. When wisdom is absent, creation becomes compulsive. We see this now. Endless content with no meaning. Endless critique with no leverage. Endless innovation with no purpose. Endless moral language with no justice. Creation becomes noise, not emergence. AI fits perfectly here, not because it is evil, but because it is creation without wisdom made explicit. It generates endlessly without knowing why. It mirrors a civilization doing the same. Sophia as the unusable principle. Sophia cannot fix the system. She cannot save civilization. She cannot be institutionalized. What she can do is worse and better. She reveals where creation has lost contact with reality. That revelation does not lead to salvation. It leads to sobriety, and sobriety is intolerable to systems that survive on trance. The unfashionable conclusion. Sophia does not promise recognition, belonging, justice, or rescue. She offers only this, open quote, see clearly, without consolation, close quote. For individuals, that clarity can be unbearable, isolating, even annihilating. For civilizations, it is usually rejected outright, which is why Sophia keeps returning not as doctrine, but as ghost, a buried principle haunting every culture that mistakes power for creation.